Hi everyone, welcome to week 16 of the Wild Woman Yoga series. I'm Lexi and our theme for class today is scars. So the first half of practice is going to be vinyasa, and then the second half is going to be yoga nidra. So all you'll need is your yoga mat, and if in the second half you would like a pillow for your head or a blanket to cover you, will be in shavasana for a bit. So anything that you need to make yourself comfortable, you can grab that as well. And then I'll meet you back here. So we're going to start class in a comfortable seated position. Any position that feels good for you. If you'd like, you can bring a blanket or pillow underneath your hips just to elevate them above your knees. If not, just grounding your sit bones into the mat and bringing the hands to rest on the knees, either palms up or palms down, whatever feels right for you today. And I invite you to close the eyes or soften the gaze, finding a drishti or point of focus on the floor if you'd like, or the eyes completely closed. And just beginning to connect to the breath, as we always do. Maybe taking the deepest breath that you've taken today, drawing prana, life-giving energy deep into the belly, and exhaling, let it go. Continuing to breathe deeply, slowing down and drawing your awareness to this present moment. And as you arrive here, I invite you to bring to mind our theme for class today, scars. Scars not just of the physical body, but of the mental body, the emotional body, the spiritual body. Any type of wound that you've endured, some hurt, heartache, something that was said to you or done to you, maybe many, many years ago, maybe recently, that you feel like you still carry. Maybe words that you can't unhear, an image that you can't unsee. that has traveled with you in your body, in your mind, to this moment. In some cultures, there is an initiation into adulthood, some ceremony or ritual that marks the ending of childhood and entering into a new world. We don't have that so much here in the West, if that's where you are. But maybe this moment, this practice can be that for you. Time to recognize that just because you grew up in a house that was on fire, it doesn't mean that the whole world is on fire. And you can begin to discern what is a scar that we can gently accept and love within us, on us, and what is truth in front of us. Or about us. What is your truth about yourself now as the woman that you are? You can bring your hands to the earth on either side of your hips, lowering the chin to the chest. And on an inhale, reaching the arms out and up, palms to meet overhead. And exhale, pull the hands through heart center. Let's do that 2 more times, bringing the hands down to the earth. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull your hands through. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull through. From your heart center, lift the palms up. Inhale and exhale, twist to the right. Keeping the spine long from the base to the crown of the head. And with each inhale, lengthening. With each exhale, twisting just a tiny bit more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, twist to the left. Again, using the breath to twist more if it serves you. Bringing your gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, lift the arms up, palms press overhead. And exhale, open them wide. Bring your hands down to the earth on either side of your hips and lower the chin. Keep the chin towards the chest and allow it to roll from side to side. You can gradually roll it a bit further, maybe bringing the left ear towards the left shoulder And then the right ear towards the right shoulder at your own pace here. And only if it feels good for your neck and for your cervical spine, you can gently roll the head back, making a full circle in one direction and then the other direction. Eventually bringing the chin back down to the chest, allowing the head to hang heavy, perhaps feeling a stretch even in the muscles in your upper and mid back as your head relaxes down, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And inhaling the head up back to center. Planting the hands on the right side and coming into a tabletop position. We're going to do a few hip circles. So you can bring the knees a little bit farther back than you would in a normal tabletop and just start to stretch the hips forward and back, bringing small movement to the hips and maybe waking up the knees a little bit. You could always pad your knees with a blanket here if you'd like. And then begin to make small circles, let's say counterclockwise with the hips. You can start small and gradually make your circles a bit bigger, maybe allowing the back of the thighs to graze the calves and then the front of the thighs to graze the mat. Experimenting with your body as long as it's comfortable. And then switching to clockwise motion, starting small again, and gradually making your circles bigger. If you'd like, you can close your eyes, just really feel into the movement. And then finding stillness, bringing the knees back under the hips, so in a usual tabletop position, aligning the wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. We're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow, so you can inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, and exhale, round in the back and shoulders, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, arch your back, lift the chin, and exhale, round. Drop your chin to your chest. Maybe tuck the pelvis as well. Inhale, drop the belly, and exhale, round. Do a few more rounds at your own pace. Maybe one more. And then finding a neutral spine, tucking the toes and pushing back into downward dog, lifting the hips, lifting the knees, sending the hips back, and pushing the ground away from you. maybe keeping a slight bend in the knees or elbows. And just playing here a little bit, maybe bringing one heel down to the ground and then the other. And then lowering the knees to the ground and tucking the toes, tops of the feet to the mat, and pushing back into child's pose. The knees can be wide here, or you can keep them together to support the torso. And just taking a moment here in child's pose to connect and ground into the earth, whether you're outside or not, doesn't matter. The earth supports us always. Gently lifting the head, lifting the hips off of the heels, and once again tucking the toes, pushing back into downward dog. And step the right foot. You can lift the right foot first if you'd like and step it in between the hands. And once you're there, bring the right hand on the inside of the right foot and heel toe the right foot out to the edge of the mat. You can leave the toes turned slightly out as well. And ground the left hand to the center of the mat, grounding into the earth. Lift the right hand up for twisted lizard. Right fingertips towards the sky, pushing the earth away from you with the left hand. And your gaze can come to the right fingertips or out towards the right side of the room or space you're in, or down towards the left hand, whatever feels best for your neck. Listen to your body. As you're ready, bringing the right hand down to the earth, centering the right foot to the middle of the mat, and bringing that right hand back to the inside of the right foot and turning the body towards the left side of the mat, toes towards the left side of the mat. For a wide-legged forward fold, lift up halfway, And exhale, fold forward. You can play around here as well, seeing what feels best, turning the toes slightly out, keeping them parallel. Taking this opportunity to notice what's behind you. Lifting up halfway, bringing your left hand to center, grounding down and twisting to the right. Right hand reaches for the sky. And switch. Right hand grounds down at center. Left hand reaches towards the sky. And release. Pivoting towards the back of the mat, bring the left toes to face the back of the mat and pivoting onto the ball of the right foot. It's the only downside of practicing yoga outside, bug bites. So here in your lunge position, walk that left foot out to the outside of the left hand. You can turn the toes slightly out and then ground the right hand at center. Open up, left fingertips towards the sky. Again, pressing into that right hand to push the mat away from you. As you reach high, your gaze can be at the left fingertips, open to the left side, or down at your right hand. Releasing down. Leave your left foot where it is and bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand, preparing for a malasana squat. So setting the hips low, the feet can be turned slightly out, and you can bring your hands at heart center. You can leave them in front of you to stabilize yourself. You can bring them out, pointing your fingertips towards the earth and your pointer finger and thumb touching, with your elbows pressing to the inside of your knees. Wherever you are, elongating again from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. In the same way that we can ground in child's pose, pressed up against the earth, we can also ground energetically. You can imagine all the energy of your mind that might be swirling and just send it down the spine, out the tailbone, into the earth. To stabilize yourself and find balance. As you're ready, bringing the hands to the earth if they're not already there, and lifting the hips, coming into a forward fold. Walk the feet about hips width distance apart. Lift up halfway, inhale, and exhale, fold. Shake out the head, yes. Shake out the head, no. Release the neck. And take a moment just to show your legs some love here. And as you're ready, gently rolling up all the way to standing. From here, lifting the arms up and sitting the hips low in chair pose. Pressing into all four corners of the feet. And exhale, fold forward. Stepping back with the right foot, stepping back with the left foot. Kick the left heel towards the right side, keeping that back foot at about a 45-degree angle, and coming all the way up to Warrior Two. Finding your alignment with your right knee over the right ankle. If it's tracking in slightly, try to widen your stance. You can walk your left foot out to the side a bit, see if that feels helpful. If not, keep it behind you. And rest here for a few breaths. Checking on your hand, your left hand. Sometimes if you're not looking at it, it can do some funny stuff. And when you're ready, settling into the posture, bend deeply into that right leg and gaze over your right fingertips. Look forward. There is balance here inherent in the pose. Take one more deep breath. Let it go and inhale. Bring the palms to touch overhead. Turn your toes to the left side. Here you can bring the heels slightly in, toes slightly out. Legs are straight, and open the arms up for star pose. You can spread the fingertips wide. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And find a position where you can put equal weight on both heels. Taking up space. And bringing the palms together, pull your hands through heart center. Bringing the heels even more so turned inward, toes turned out, and bend into your knees here, finding goddess pose. Bend as deeply as feels good for you. And you can keep your hands at heart center. or you can bring them out, bending at the elbows to a goalpost or a cactus arms. As you're ready, straightening the legs, lifting the arms up, palms touch overhead, and pivot to the front of the mat. Left toes pointing forward, back heel, kick to the left, finding that right foot at a 45-degree angle, and then bending into the left knee, finding warrior two on the opposite side. Again, checking with your alignment, making sure that the left knee is over the left ankle, and if not, you can try to widen your stance by moving the right foot slightly to the right. Checking on that back hand, making sure that there's a straight line of energy from the right fingertips across the shoulders to the left fingertips. You may need to shift your torso slightly back, bringing the shoulders over the hips. And breathing here. Windmill the hands to frame the left foot. Drop the right knee, top of the right foot, and walk the left foot over behind the right hand, dropping the left knee towards the left hand, and kind of bringing your left foot into what I've only heard described as a Barbie doll foot. So where you're flexing your toes back, but the ankle is straight. Coming into pigeon pose here. So finding a position that feels stable for you. Always working to be stable in the base first. And you can stay here, up on the hands in front of your left shin, and just breathe here, keeping the spine long. If you'd like, you can bring a blanket underneath the left hip to support yourself in if there's a lot of space between your left hip and the mat. You can also come down onto your forearms if you'd like, or all the way down onto your forehead. We'll be here for a little bit, so find a position that's most comfortable for you. If sensation becomes too intense or sensation turns into pain, you are invited to come out of the position. You can roll onto your left hip and just open up towards the right side or come into a child's pose. But if not, if you can remain here, let's take a few more deep breaths. A lot of emotional energy can be stored in the hips. Fears of moving forward, moving on. So it can be helpful to literally open the body, stretch and open, make space for release. Wherever you are, walking your hands back towards the body, lifting the torso, tucking the right toes under, pressing your palms into the mat and pushing back into downward dog. You can lift the left leg high first, giving that a stretch out before you bring it down to meet the right foot. Noticing if and how the left leg feels different than the right. And then as you're ready, lifting the right leg high and bringing the right foot towards the left hand, right knee towards the right hand. Resting on the shin here, finding that Barbie doll foot, flexing the toes back and keeping the ankle straight. And you can untuck the left toes, coming onto the top of the left foot. Again, finding stability in your base. And you can stay up on the hands here, keeping the palms to the earth in front of the shin, finding length in the spine. It's a great place to be. You can come down onto the forearms, or you can come all the way down onto your forehead. Whatever feels best for you to remain in for a few minutes. Notice where the mind goes when sensation in the body is intense. And see if you can gently bring it back to the breath. Slowly lifting up and rolling onto the right hip, opening up to the left side of the mat. You can bring the left heel in to meet the right, soles of the feet touching. Gently fold forward here, maybe rocking a bit from side to side, just finding some equality in the hips. Gently rolling up, bringing the knees together, and finding your way onto your back. As you're ready, drawing the knees into the chest, bringing the hands to the tops of the knees, and just squeezing the knees into the chest. Maybe running the hands up and down the shins, or wherever your hands are, just gently making contact with the legs. Maybe silently saying a thank you to them for carrying you out of situations that didn't serve you, for walking you through times of trouble. And release the legs, stretching them long, stretching the arms up overhead, maybe grasping one wrist, running the pad of your thumb over your wrist, thanking your arms for holding you, for reaching out for help when it was difficult. Switch your grip, grasping opposite wrist. And then bringing the arms to rest at your sides. Relax the eyes, closed. And just send love to the eyes for seeing what was right for you. Send love to your ears for hearing what you needed to hear. Send love to the lips and throat for speaking your truth when it was necessary. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, send the breath throughout the body, filling yourself with gratitude for this body that has carried you through a life that was no doubt not free from trouble. We will now prepare for Yoga Nidra. At this time, if you'd like, you can place a pillow underneath your head for added comfort. You can check in with the temperature of the room and your body. You may wish to place a blanket over your body to ensure you are completely comfortable throughout the practice. Once you have arrived in your desired setup, begin to make adjustments to your body, bringing the feet about as wide as your mat, and allowing the feet to roll slightly outward. Bring your hands slightly away from the body, relaxing the fingers so that they curl in towards the palms. Draw your chin down towards the chest, and then lift it slightly, eventually finding the most comfortable position for your head, and then allowing the head to rest heavy on the surface that's supporting it. No efforting in the neck. Take a moment to check in and see if there is anything you can do to make yourself just 10% more comfortable, adjusting your clothes and physical body as needed so that you can remain relatively still throughout the practice. When you're ready, you can close the eyes or soften the gaze. Yoga Nidra is the practice of psychic sleep and is intended to bring you to a state of consciousness between wakefulness and sleeping. In this practice, your awareness will travel through the body while the body rests. Try to stay awake as you follow the sound of my voice. If you find yourself drifting off to sleep, you can gently squeeze your hand into a fist and then release. Do this as often as you need. As we go forward, simply follow the sound of my voice as I guide you through this journey. Do not focus too intensely, as this may prevent you from relaxing. If at any time you feel activated by my words, please sit up and open your eyes. Notice the sounds around you. Bring your awareness to the farthest sound that you can hear, without labeling it, just noticing. Bring your awareness to the closest sound that you can hear. Perhaps the sound of your own breathing. Notice all the sounds in between. Bringing awareness to each distinct sound as it travels to your inner ear. With your eyes closed, visualize the room around you. The walls, the ceiling, the floor, the surface supporting your body. Visualize your body laying down. See your clothes, your hair, your skin, your face, your whole body, laying completely still, relaxed, and at ease. Your whole body, still and at ease. I invite you now to set your intention for this practice. You may wish to simply observe the practice, to relax, or to release. Determine the intention that most resonates with you. When you are ready, repeat your intention silently to yourself 3 times. Now say to yourself, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am awake and relaxed. Observe the body as completely relaxed. Drop out of the thinking mind and feel the body as radiant sensation. Place your awareness in the mouth and jaw. Let go of thinking and allow total awareness of the mouth, jaw, tongue, teeth, throat. Give up thinking. Allow awareness to enter the right ear. Sense the right ear, the left ear. Welcome the sensation of both ears simultaneously as radiant sensation. Sense the cheeks, the nose, the flow of prana in and out of the nose. Sense the right eye, the left eye, both eyes together as radiant sensation. Let go and drop into sensation. Sense your forehead, cool and smooth. Sense the scalp, back of the head, face, jaw, and neck as relaxed and easeful. Sense your right shoulder, your left shoulder, right elbow, left elbow, right forearm, left forearm, right wrist, left wrist, right palm, left palm, right fingers, left fingers. Sense the right arm, the left arm, and both arms at the same time. Sense your right chest, your left chest, your right abdomen, left abdomen, your right buttock, and your left buttock, your right lower back, your left lower back, your right upper back, your left upper back. Sense the back of the body and the front of the body. Sense the whole torso at the same time. Bring awareness to your right hip, your left hip, your right thigh, your left thigh, your right knee, your left knee, right shin, left shin, your right ankle, left ankle, right foot, left foot, the bottom of the right foot, the bottom of the left foot, the right calf and the left calf, the back of the right knee, the back of the left knee, the back of the right thigh, the back of the left thigh. Sense the right leg, the left leg. Sense both legs at the same time. Bring your awareness to the breath. Sense the breath as it travels from your nostrils down to the belly. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Every inhale drawing in life-giving energy. And with every exhale, settle deeper into the earth, feeling held, connected, supported. As you count backwards from 27 to 1. 27, inhaling life-giving energy. 27, exhale and settle. 26, inhale. 26, exhale. And so on, all the way down to 1. If you make a mistake in counting, please begin again. Full awareness of counting breath. Allow the counting to fall away. Observe the body now through the lens of the observer. Noticing the spacious openness of pure awareness where all of the sensations are arising. You have a body, but you are not your body. You have a mind, but you are not your mind. You have emotions, but you are not your emotions. You contain and witness all things from a seat of contentment and well-being. Allow that feeling of contentment and well-being to spread throughout your body now. With each inhalation, feel the expansive quality of awareness. And with every exhalation, feel the sensation of warmth, security, and well-being radiating throughout the entire body. Allow your undivided attention to be focused on feeling your entire body as a radiant field of sensation in which all things are arising. At this moment, bring to mind our theme of scars. Observe any memories, sensations, or emotions that arise in response to this, and welcome them as messengers. If possible, call to mind the opposite of the sensation, memory, feeling, or emotion that is arising. And notice what happens to the thinking mind when you bring both the feeling and its opposite into your awareness. At this moment, experience the qualities of presence, that sense of being everywhere and nowhere specific, empty and yet containing all things, vast and intimate, peaceful and full of power. As you're ready, begin to awaken the body. Invite sound to the inner ear. Take a deep inhale and feel the chest and belly expand. Exhale through your mouth and let it go. Gently brush your thumb over the pad of your index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. Gently swallow and invite the sensation of taste. As you're ready, slowly open the eyes, inviting light, while maintaining your inner sense of peace and contentment as you become aware of the sensation of sight. You may rest here for as long as you wish before returning to your fully awake state. I thank you for joining me for this practice. Be well.